everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden Football on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Los Angeles Rams. I'll have scores around the league for you at the half, but it's time for a little football. So we'll hand it over to our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Rams.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get inside. Let's go. Let's go. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. The numbers for Bell on the ground of the game last week. 12 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now. Number 3 in the league in rushing within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. Just one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL. And now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 27 yards there, a first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 24. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James. Throwing on second down, Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. Third down here. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. Now Rosen looking to throw. Looking for the end zone. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
But they took the shot, didn't get it, and there's definitely a difference here because they had a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3, psychologically, maybe a win for the defense. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Lawrence. It's Hill, complete. It'll be a first down for the Rams there on a pickup of 18. You think back to the Super Bowl against New England, the Rams never even got into the red zone in that game, and now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Back to throw. Lawrence. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And a loose football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
And quickly now, here's a look at the Rams offense.
And the schedule makers have given them a little break right here. Back-to-back home games, and they won last week. So they're trying to make it 2 in a row before they hit the road next week. They have to take advantage of this break in the schedule.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. On 4th down, Lawrence. He is going to find Hill here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll buy some time. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 3 yards out. And the Rams have taken the lead. The point after is good. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Bell. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Rosen. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. From midfield now, here's Rosen. Open man is born. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, a 22. Rosen now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Rosen to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession. Here's a 2nd and 7 as they've got it 2nd and 7. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Hey, lock it.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the... contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here we go. Check 22 jet bomber. 22. Let's go.
On 3rd and 2, Lawrence. That one complete to Elliott. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Throwing on 1st down. Lawrence completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Going for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Basket.
On fourth down, Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Well, their first fourth down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, is that interception, even though you're playing while your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a fourth down. Looking to throw. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Back to throw. Lawrence. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 33 yards that time. A first down carry by Elliott. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Exit. 52. Block 52. 52's the mic. 52's the mic. Watch Mike. Watch Mike. Come on, boy. Check. Topper.
His pass caught at the 4. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. DK Metcalf. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. And we check the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. This is the time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Again, it's Rosen. Give him 6 yards. He's got daylight. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. Got the connection here to Bourne. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Rosen. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Look at me, zipper. Ready?
On first down, Lawrence. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he fires one that's intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So the defense creating some points. Not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys.
To throw again, Lawrence. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
This quarterback now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's snap.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. He'll find Metcalf.
Holding offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And that's Elliott. Complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
18 Gator. Blue jaw Corker. It's going to be a long day. Hey.
Throwing on third and long. Lawrence. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. And that'll set them back 5.
54 Mike. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. Right. Guys, stay in the situation. Let's go.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. So we come upon... And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Hey, set. Ready?
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert, but right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. From the gun, Lawrence.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Now a dump off here complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. They'll get just a couple, but the sticks move again. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
52's the mic. Check.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. This is caught. 23 yards, the final tally. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 10 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Myles Garrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now Rosen got an open man. It's QT. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the first down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. They complete it to Hill. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 7 yards there and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. A dump off to Elliott. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that 1st down completion went just shy of the marker. 2nd down and inches. It's Hill, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Set 50, play. Tie it left, tie it left. 4 down, 4 down. Check, 52's the mark.
Hey, high 7.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Mike 52, Mike.
Deep rip.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. Dancing away at the 30. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Here comes Cohen. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. The Rams offense ready for their drive here against their L.A. brethren. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing to start the drive, Lawrence. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering,
He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got
Back to the air, Rosen after the pick 6. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Second and 10, it's Rosen again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. The Chargers on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Rosen. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast, too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
They'll run it with Bell. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Le'Veon Bell stops short of the line to gain. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Back to throw. Lawrence. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now, a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Flushed out right. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. From 4 yards out. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now this one complete on the slant route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. Open man is QT, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Rosen of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a man open down the middle of the field. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
Offense.
Ooh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Rosen looking to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Rosen. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy, because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong, because they have plenty of leg.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
They go play action. It's Rosen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Watch the slats. Watch the slats.
Here's Rosen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20, and he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. Just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D lineman, you play the run. Linebacker,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They go play action here on 1st down. Open man is born. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger 1st. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Here's Rosen to throw. This is Bell on the dump off. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Rosen will throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
And now it's Rosen looking. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. On play action, Rosen letting one go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Rosen, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
What's the run? They're running it.
They'll try and throw for it with Rosen. That's to his running back, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Elliott. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Los Angeles, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will drop them